Okay, so here's how I think the HOSA event for stretching is going to go. You're going to be handed a card. This is possibly the hardest way the card can be given to you. It says, you have an athlete that has come to you for help with stretching. Please instruct them on the following stretches: neck, chest, shoulder, arms, trunk, hips, groin, and legs. Remember, you have to warm them up for a minute. So we would instruct them to do jumping jacks for 20 seconds, jog in place for 20 seconds, and then they can do arm circles, they can do Frankensteins to get them warmed up. Okay? So it's been a minute, he is properly warmed up, and then we're going to stretch him first, starting with the lateral neck stretch. So you'd instruct them to put their hand on top of their head, pull their ear towards their shoulder, hold that, and then do it on the other side. And that's going to stretch the sternocleidomastoid. Then in order to stretch the pecs, if you have a corner, put them in a corner. If you don't, you would pull their arms back like this, and that is stretching the pectoralis major. Okay. Then if you wanted to stretch the anterior deltoid for an arm stretch, shoulder stretch, you would hold them this way, or they could do this against the wall, and then you could do the other side and hold that stretch. And then for the back of the shoulder or posterior deltoid, you're going to have them pull their arm across, hold that, and then do the other side. Okay, and then for more arm stretching, you could tell them to put their hand behind their head and do a tricep stretch. Okay, do that side and then switch to the other side. Okay, and then to stretch the bicep, you could have them pull their hand like this. Guys, this is not on the list of the rubric, but it's in the book on the reference. And then this side here, that's going to stretch the wrist flexors and the bicep. Okay, then so you covered the neck, chest, shoulder, arms. For the trunk and hips, first you would have them do a lunge. So put the one leg in the back. This, you're stretching the hip flexor. Then you would switch to the other side. Do a hip flexor. Okay. Then you would have them lay down on the ground, or if there's a table there, have them lay on the table. And then have them pull one knee to their chest. Okay, that's a glute and low back stretch. Then pull your other knee. Okay, and then both knees. Again, that's a glute and low back stretch. Okay, then you could have them lay their legs straight and cross one leg over, bend your knee and pull your leg across like that. That's a low back and hip stretch. Now the other side, low back and hip. Okay, now we're going to have them flip over onto their stomach and arch their back up, push up in an upward facing dog. That's going to stretch their abdominals and their back extensors. Okay, and then you can have them sit on their, so we're going to move to the groin. So you're sit on your butt. You'll do a butterfly stretch. So a groin stretch is going to stretch your adductors. Okay, and then you could do the leg stretching. So to cover the entire leg, we'd have to stretch the hamstring, which they could lay back again and pull one leg up, lay back on your back. Keep your leg straight and pull it towards you. That's going to stretch your hamstring. Then your other leg. Okay. Then you'll stand up. You can do a standing hamstring stretch with your leg out like this. Okay. And then the other side. Okay. Then you can do a quadricep stretch where you have them pull their heel towards their butt. Okay, other side. Then you would have them stretch their lower legs, so they would lean against the wall. You can do this against the table. Keep your legs straight, and that's going to stretch your gastrocnemius. And then when he bends his knee, it's going to stretch his soleus. Okay.